Okay, today we're going to talk about disclosures. This is a very, very big, important subject when you're listing your property. There's a lot of people that kind of get a little iffy in terms of this. And in Arizona, you have what's called a residential seller's property disclosure statement. They also call it a SPUDS. But this is where you're going to basically list anything, defects or known issues with your property, which is, it's very important. You know, you don't want to not tell somebody nothing, but then again, at the same time, people go, well, if I tell them something, will this kill the deal? Is that a deal breaker? So um, the idea, and I'm going to tell you at the very end, what you should do in terms of disclosing, but there's actually 6 things on the form that your listing agent's going to give you, and this is something that you fill out, and you give this information based on what you know at that point in time. The first thing is going to be the ownership in the property. You know, who's the owners, how's the title held, are there any liens, any assessments, any HOA fees, things like that. The second thing is going to be building and safety information. And this is going to be things about like the roof, the plumbing, is there any type of wood infestation, termites, that type of thing. You definitely want to disclose. If you had a problem with the roof, this is where you're going to let somebody know that, hey, this is what happened. This is the company that fixed it, and it's all good to go. Same thing with the plumbing. Next thing is going to be the utilities, and that's pretty basic, you know. Excuse me. Who are you using for the cable company, water company? Is there any special services that they'll need to go ahead and start utilizing for that particular neighborhood? The third thing is you're gonna any type of drainage, soil or fissures or dampness or moisture, which is mold. So when it rains, does the water collect in a certain spot? Was there mold at some point in time? You know, you definitely want to disclose that. Those are things that could actually get people sick. So, you know, again, don't be hesitant. Just reveal, you know, disclose. The next thing is sewer and water waste. So when you flush a toilet, does it go away or does it back up? Is there certain times of the year that it backs up? Is there certain things, you know, roots clogging the lines that, you know, have to be fixed every now and then? Go ahead and disclose that. Then also at the very end, the catch-all. What is it that's not on the list that you think would be important to that buyer? Give them that information. And then there's a few things that you don't have to disclose. One of them being is that if there was a death in the property, whether if it was natural, by suicide or homicide, you don't have to disclose that. If somebody has or has been exposed to HIV or any other diseases, that they are not contracted through common occupancy. And then also if there's any sex offenders living in the area, that's something that a buyer and the buyer's agent can give them information on where to look at that. But at the very, very end, I know that a lot of people are afraid to disclose. They think that somehow it's going to kill the deal. But the reality is that it can cause a lot more problems in the end if you don't disclose. And then again, if the listing agent does find out, they're obligated to convey that information to the buyer. So keep that in mind. And at the very, very, very least, it's actually on the form. As you can see here, when in doubt, disclose. It's there for a reason. Do it. Don't be afraid of it. It's not that big of a deal. People know that your house has been, you know, it's not a brand new house. It's going to have issues and concerns and problems. Just be transparent with it. But other than that, thanks for your time. My name is Tim again. Please, if you have any questions or you have any concerns, please give me a call or reach out to me. I'd be glad to help you out. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.